Okay guys, so we will now discuss business taxation. Ano? So this is the taxation of consumption from Philippine sellers na provided that the seller is business, meron po tayong business taxation. Kaya nga po, sabi ko sa inyo, it's a relative form of consumption tax kasi nga, we have to make sure that the seller is engaged in business. Okay? So guys, ang pinakauna na kailangan nating intindihin dyan is what constitutes business. Alright, so what is business? Now, under the definition, kapatid, ito ay habitual engagement, no? Habitual engagement in a commercial activity. Okay, habitual engagement in a commercial activity. Habitual denotes regularity of transactions. Meron pong palagi po niyang ginagawa-gawa, no? That's habitual. And then, commercial is regular sale of goods, properties, or lease of property for a profit. Okay, so there must be a profit-seeking motive, no? Merong profit-seeking motive, no? Ganun po siya, no? So, we have to understand that, guys, kasi may mga entities that are organized for non-profit purposes. Yung mga tinatawag natin na eleemosynary purpose, no? Kaya yung mga charitable institutions, they are not subject to business taxes. There are also associations, kapatid, no? Like for example, may cooperative, di ba? Sa kay mga associations that are just formed for the benefit of their members with no view to earn a profit. Kaya yung mga ganun ay hindi po business. Kaya yung mga non-profit, even if there are habitual operations, no, they are continuously executing on their organization's goal, okay, they are not considered business. So, government, yung mga ganyan, mga non-profit, religious institutions, mga asosasyon, they are not subject to business taxation. Exception lang po dyan, kapatid, is when they engage in activity that are of this nature, no, na profit-seeking yung nature ng activity, that's the time that they will be subjected to business tax, but only on that portion of activity lang. Hindi po mawawala yung pagiging non-profit nila for having a property, for example, that is earning profit, na? Okay? Or if they engage in an activity that is conducted for profit, that does not remove the fact that they are non-profit. Okay po ha? So ang matatax lang po is yung activity na profit seeking. Gets po? Ha? Okay? Now, so yun po guys, no? So hindi po business yung mga non-profit, no? Government, religious, and organizations. Now, eto din, I want you to please take note also na employment is not profit-seeking. Na? Okay? Kasi nga, kapag sinasabi natin na profit-seeking, we sell goods, services, or properties to the public with unlimited possibility of return. Okay? Pero tayo kasi sa employment, we just provide the service in a contracted arrangement na kung saan over this period of time, doon ka lang sa employer. You are not selling your services to the public. No? Parang loyal ka lang na nakafocus sa isang organization. Employment is not business. Okay guys? So yun po ay hindi po subject to business tax. Okay? Now what if you are a karate instructor, for example, and then kuha ka ng mga students mo, for example, teach them, okay, karate, and then later on, bayaran ka ganun. Of course, that is business, no? Hindi ho yun employment, no? Okay? Now, yung TV anchor din, no? Yung mga yan, talent kasi itong mga to. They provide their services to television companies, no? At a significant amount, no? Kasi medyo high-level talent po yan, no? And they are paid for that. Actually, they are engaged in business. They are considered as engaged in business. Okay, guys. Yung yung mga government contract employees, na? 'Di ba? Meron tayong mga may procurement ang government kung minsan, no, nagkukuha ng mga services, bumibili services, nagkukuha ng job orders, no? Government job orders. So, you will work with them for maybe 6 months, then later on matatapos na and you will get paid, na? Contractor po yung mga yon. And as contractor, they are subject to business tax. They are not employees of the government. Okay, guys? So, yun po ang tandaan po natin dyan. Na? Okay? So, yung mga na-mention na exception po na, exceptions na yon and further clarification of what commercial activity means. Okay? Sir, what if ganito po siya? Siya po ay for profit, but it is not actually earning profit at all. No? Yung kanyang revenue is not sufficient to cover the cost. So, there is an intent to seek profit, but puro intent lang, no? Walang profit. So, what I mean is losing po yung business. Okay, so maski negative ba yung net income niya, is there business tax? The answer is yes. Okay po, kasi yung engagement, guys, no, in business, that is the trigger point to taxation. So may kita dyan o wala, ikaw pa rin po ay subject to business tax. Ha? So please take note of that. No? Okay guys, ha? So clear ha, habitual engagement. If the transaction, the selling of goods or service is casual in nature, wherein one time lang po siya and then hindi po siya sufficiently regular, conducted with regularity, no? Kapag ganun kapatid is ano na siya, hindi ho siya business. So kapag binenta mo yung cellphone mo, you are not subject to business tax. If you are not selling cellphones regularly, na? Okay? Binenta mo bahay nyo, you are not subject to business tax kasi nga hindi ka naman real estate dealer, broker, or lessor. Ha? Okay po? So ganun po siya, no? Okay. Now, there are exceptions to the rule, no? Meron pong mga habitual engagement pero hindi po sinasama ng sinasama sa business. Hindi siya kino-consider na business. So, please take note of the following exceptions. Okay, number 1 po dito guys is yung tinatawag natin na business for mere subsistence. Okay? Ito yung mga negosyo kapatid na ang purpose lang po niya is pangkabuhayan lang, no? Para pang-sustain lang ba, okay? Sa tao, no? Parang pang cost of living lang po ang nature po niya. So these are small time businesses, subsistential nga po, pangkain lang kumbaga, no? Kaya hindi po sila tinatax. Etong mga to, regular sila na nagkakandak ng business on a daily basis. But, no, hindi po sila sinasubject to business tax. Ang qualification ng business for mere subsistence is kapag ang kanyang gross receipts or gross sales ay hindi lalampas ng 100,000 in a year. Okay? Ayan, ha? Kapag hindi po lumalampas ang kanyang gross sale or gross receipt in a year. Okay? So, yun po siya guys, na? Okay. So, normally, ito yung mga nagbebenta ng candy, no? Yung may daladalang candy, umaakyat sa mga bus, ganun, di ba? Kung minsan, sa mga drivers na nagbebenta ng pamunas, dyaryo, di ba? O mga ganun na nasa gilid-gilid po ng kalsada, no? Yung mga maliliit na tindahan, ano pa ba guys? Yung isang unit ng tricycle is considered business for mere subsistence din po. So, kapag ganun, hindi po siya taxable, na? Okay? Ayan, na? Alright? Okay? Okay? Gets? Yan. Now, ito. Pangalawa is ito din, na? Another, so ito guys, regular po siya na hindi po considered na business. Pangalawa is, yung non-resident, no? Non-resident service providers. Okay? Itong non-resident service providers, guys, ay alien ito, no? An individual or a corporation, no, na wala siyang business dito sa Pilipinas. Okay ha? Hindi po siya engaged in business dito. Hindi siya resident dito. Corporation or an individual, no, that provides services here in the Philippines or service here in the Philippines. Meaning, ang customer niya o kliyente niya taga Pilipinas pero wala siyang engagement in business here. Hindi siya resident dito, wala po siyang branch dito, no? Okay, walang office dito. So, ang tawag natin sa mga yan ay non-resident service providers. Okay? Sa service lang to ha. Yung mga nag-export kapatid, ibang bagay po yun, no? Okay. Yung mga ito naman kapatid, by rule, no? Kasi meron tayong final withholding VAT which was discussed in the prior video, no? Yung doon po sa VAT on importation, no? Etong mga ito ay treated by the law to be engaged in business. Kung ito not engaged, no? Ito ay not engaged, ito naman po ay engaged in business. So please take note guys ha, kasi it fails the habitual or regularity test. Even if the sale is casual, sale of service no is casual, even if the service is just one time, okay ha, they are considered engaged in business. Okay? Actually, this is just a rule of this is just a presumption rule for the government of the Philippines to impose the final withholding VAT. Kaya natin po pinapresume po na sila engage in business para kapag meron tayong babayaran na service fees sa kanila ay i-subject natin po doon sa final withholding VAT. Nag-guess po, ha? Okay, ha? Ayan, na? So, ito, hindi regular, hindi habitual, pero considered engage in business. And number 3, kapatid, is yung mga tinatawag po natin na privilege stores. Okay? So, itong mga privilege stores, kapatid, ito yung mga ito yung mga nasa mga events, sa mga piyesta, di ba? Okay? May mga businesses na nag-establish, di ba, during events, no? And then later on, nawawala sila kapag tapos na rin po yung events, na? Okay? So, sila ay hindi permanente, no? Yung pwesto nila, mobile. Okay po? Gumagalaw sila and they are not attached to the ground. Wala silang fixed establishment. Okay? Tiangge ang tawag dito actually, no? Tiangge. Kaya lang, kapag yung tiangge ay regular na paulit-ulit, tuloy-tuloy na ginagawa yan, okay? Regular na siya, business na po yung tiangge. Ang tiangge na pinag-uusapan nga natin dito, yung mga nagdi-display lang ng 15 days. If they conduct business lang for 15 days and then tapos na, next year na uli, for example, ganun, yung mga yun po yung tiangge, no? 'Di ba? Kung minsan may mga tawag dito perya, 'di ba? Kapag piyesta may perya, 'di ba? O may mga nagbebenta ng kakanin, ganun, o may mga nagbebenta. Kapag events like for example here in Baguio, may mga nagbebenta ng keychain and then later on after the event, wala na sila, 'di ba? Ganun, no? Okay? So yun ang tinatawag po natin na privilege stores, na hindi po sila subject to business tax because of the lack of sufficiency of regularity, no? Hindi masyado regular sila. Okay? If they conduct business lang for not more than 15 days lang, no? Ganun lang yung operation nila, hindi ho sila kino-consider na business subject to business tax. Okay? Pero iba po yung like for example, in some cities of the Philippines, may tinatawag kasing midnight market, right? Na kung saan yung kalsada, iba-block nila yon and there is a commercial activity going on every night you see them, no? Kunwari na 8 p.m. onwards, no? Ganun, no? Every night nandun sila, na every day. Kapag ganun, hindi na po tiangge yung ganun. Kasi meron tayong limit kasi na 15 days. Okay, guys, So, that is, guys, the concept of business. And I want you to please take note, kapag po business, ang isang organization, may profit-seeking motive po siya, and habitual po, no? As a rule, ang kanyang ginagawa, subject po siya to business tax. Okay, So, clear tayo dyan. Ngayon, ganito na po, no? Wait lang. We'll erase muna, na? Ayan. So, dapat lagi mong tandaan yan. Huwag mong walain sa isipan mo, no? Kasi baka mamaya, pagdating sa CPA board exam, si Juan ay binenta niya yung kanyang bahay, ang selling price ay 10 million. Is this subject to value-added tax? Well, of course, go back to basic. Businessman ba siya? Hindi. Ba't mo ibaba? Maski more than the threshold pa. Di ba? Ng selling price ng exemption ng selling price, right? So, ganun, na? Okay? Ayan po siya, kapatid, na? So, that is the concept of business. Na, ngayon, guys, na, for purposes of taxation, itong business po na ito is either an individual, no? Okay, pag-usapan natin yung concept ng taxable person. What is a taxable person as far as business taxation is concerned? Kailangan natin i-delineate to. Napakasimple po nito. Kasi kung minsan, alam natin yung advanced rule in business taxation, but the very basic ones, di pa natin alam. Okay? So, let's see, ano bang taxable person in business? Guys, individual po, no? Individual po siya or corporation, no? Same concept in income taxation applies for business taxation. Okay? So, sa individual, kapatid, na, of course, ikaw at yung spouse mo magkaiba for purposes of the law, na? So there's a possibility that you could be subjected to different form of business tax. As discussed, guys, dalawa ang klase ng business tax primarily, right? We have the value-added tax and the percentage tax. Tama? Di ba? Kung malaki, value-added tax. Kapag maliit pa yung negosyo, it is business tax. Tama po ba? So pwedeng possibility, si husband, naka-VAT siya at si wife, naka-percentage tax siya. Ganun po yun. You will be taxed separately. Okay? Alright? Nagkakaintindihan tayo doon, na? Okay, na? So, ganun po ang nature po ng business tax. Paano kapag meron po negosyo sila, both of them are operating it? Kung sino naka-indicate na proprietor, sa kanya, siya po yung matatax, yung mag-asawa, no? Naka mo. Okay? So, one person, one individual, separate object of taxation. Sir, wait lang, ganito po, ganun din po sa corpo, no? Ganun din po sa corpo. Each corpo, each partnership, ganun, it's kunwari, no, it's each GPP, no, considered as a separate taxable person. Okay? Ito, guys, look, kung exempt ang isang organization or corporation to income tax, that does not mean na exempt din po siya sa business tax. Iba ang concept nila. Okay? Ang tax on income is different with the tax on business. Okay? Kasi kapag nasatisfy po yung habitual engagement in a commercial activity, kapatid, na matatax ka even if yung income mo in that activity is exempted by income tax law. Ha? Magkaiba po sila. Ha? Kaya yung GPP, nagbabayad po ng business tax si GPP even if wala po siyang income tax. Klaro po ba yun? Ha? And the other way around, maski po exempt sa business tax po yan, hindi po ibig sabihin din na exempt din po siya sa income tax. Ha? Magkaiba po yung rules. Okay? So, yun guys, no? Now, I just want you to please take note na ang parent company, also for the record, and a subsidiary company are different, no? Magkaiba din pong korporasyon po yan. Magkaiba charter nila. So, ito ay taxable separately with this. Okay? Huh? Now, I please also do not forget this. What if I am an individual and I have several proprietorship going around? Okay? Meron akong proprietorship business number 1, proprietorship business number 2, proprietorship business number 3. How will we tax that for business taxation purposes? Will we tax these individual proprietorship businesses separately? No, guys, because as a proprietorship business is not a legal entity. Ang proprietorship hindi. Partnership, it is a separate juridical being. Okay? Yung joint venture, separate juridical being. Ganun po. So, yung mga sole prop na yan will be lumped together. Matototal po yung mga revenues and receipts nila or sales nila, and they will be taxed to the owner, the individual owner. Gets ba? Okay ha? So, please take note of that. Ha? Another thing is yung branches, no? Yung branch. Well, an individual and corporation can establish branches. Okay? Pwede natin mag-establish ng branches. Okay. Now guys, please do not forget, a branch is merely a selling office. Okay? Sales office lang po siya. Now, it is not a separate juridical entity. Kaya po, yung sales or receipt ng branch po na yan will be integrated to that of the head office. Okay? At yung sales ng total entity, head office, and the branches will be taxed to the individual who owns them or to the corporation who owns them. Okay? So, I hope that is clear. Okay po ha? Klaro? Ano mga kapatid, no? So, yan po yung concept ng taxable person in the case of business. And please don't forget that. That's very basic. It is just the same as income tax. So yan po guys, no, yung mga taxable persons po natin. Now guys, ang next na pag-usapan po natin is yung types of business taxes, no? Okay, una is of course we have the value added tax. Pangalawa is we have the percentage tax, and number 3 is meron pa pong excise tax, na. We have 3 types of business taxes. Una, yung value added tax. Ang intention kasi ng value added tax ay i-tax yung value added on the goods or services, yung markup kumbaga, no? That's why it employs, no, a tax credit method na kung saan itatax niya yung receipts or sales, we call that output VAT, and then ikakaltas yung VAT on the cost of the production of the goods or service, no? Kaya po yung VAT na pinasa doon sa service provider na yan or seller of goods na yan ay minaminus din po niya as input. So, okay, parang ang tinatax nga naman is the value added, the markup. But there, wala nga lang pong perfect matching doon sa pagkaltas ng sa pag-compute ng VAT due, no? Okay? So, yun po yung value added tax, and it is employed it is imposed, no, with large taxpayers. Okay? Mga large po ito. So, ano ang large, no? Well, yung mga lumalampas ng 3 million, no? Yung mga lalampas ng 3 million, yung kanilang output, no? Sales or receipt, no? Now, kapag ikaw ay maliit, no? Of course, kapag less than 3 million ka or up to 3 million ka, we have the percentage tax. Actually, itong percentage na to, tax na to, guys, ang talagang pangalan nito, technically, to be clear with everyone, is general. General percentage tax yan. Tawag natin dyan. 3% siya generally, no? But during this pandemic time, between July 1, no? July 1, 2020 until June of 2023, it was reduced to a rate of 1%. Okay? So, by the way, 3% po siya generally, no? All-time 3% po siya, guys, but it was reduced to 1% with the purpose or view of lessening the burden of businesses during this time. Kasi ang hirap po ngayon, okay, ng business, no? Okay ha. Eh bakit yung value added tax hindi naman po binawasan? Anyway, yung value added tax kasi na yun, pinapasa lang naman kasi yan eh. Pinapasa yan. Indirect tax, kumbaga ano siya, hindi siya cost talaga ng business on the books. Hindi siya cost, no? Pinapasa lang naman kasi talaga yan. Kaya hindi naman burden siya kumbaga dun sa business. Okay? So hindi nila ginalaw yung VAT. Bali ito lang po yung reduce nila. Yung 3% general percentage tax. Gets mo? So ideally kapatid, ito ang primary tax obligation. Yan lang. Either VAT ka or percentage tax. Okay, repeat either VAT ka lang. Maliit ka, percentage tax as a rule. Kung malaki ka, VAT. As a rule, sabi ko, kasi may exception dyan. Pwede kang magpa-VAT maski maliit ka if you want. Meron tayong tinatawag na voluntary registration kasi. Okay? Now guys, okay? So ideally, ito ang binabayaran. No? But, meron pang isang tax, an additional tax we call excise tax. Ang excise tax, guys, no, is a tax upon certain commodity. Tax sa production or importation of certain commodities. These commodities are either harmful to human health, okay, harmful to human morals, no, or values, no. Like for example, vanity yung pinopromote niya, okay? Like for example, jewelry, yung mga ganyan products of vanity, di ba? Sports, yung mga cars, di ba? Flashy cars, you know? Parang ano yan kumbaga more on ano yan extravagance yan, unnecessary, parang ganun nga. Alam mo, yung mga products of vices, like for example, alcohols nga alcohols and cigarettes, right? No? Destructive sa human health, yung mga products that are destructive to the environment like petroleum for example, and all the all related products or residues of petroleum products, no. Okay, those that are harmful to the environment then, like for example, when you extract them, nakakasira ka sa kalikasan. Minerals for example, right, precious or yung mga metallic and non-metallic, no, na mga resources, no. Okay, so mga ganun, no, guys, these are imposed only on certain commodities. Okay, so if you are producing those, if you are a business and producing those certain commodities, okay, including a service, yung cosmetic surgery, siya lang po yung service na subject to excise tax, no? Okay, so if you are selling excisable commodities, no, or service, no, you will be levied excise tax in addition to VAT or percentage tax. So kung maliit ka na nagpo-produce ng excisable article, excisable goods, percentage tax and excise tax ang babayaran mo. Kung malaki kang taxpayer producing excisable goods or providing excisable service, edi VAT and excise tax ang bayaran mo. So VAT or percentage tax and or siya guys, excise tax. Kumbaga, VAT or percentage tax and or excise tax. So pwedeng ito lang, or ito lang, or pwedeng ito at ito, or pwedeng ito at ito. Ganun. Okay? So yan po ang business tax. But ito guys, yung applicable sa karamihan. No? Ito po ay exception lang for producers of excisable goods or sellers of excisable service. Okay? So that's it guys. No? Normally, I would like to say, normally, hindi po sabay ang VAT and percentage tax. Normally, I say. Okay? So, in answering questions in the board exam, when it comes to true or false item, okay, taxpayers do not pay VAT and percentage tax, for example. Do not simultaneously pay VAT and percentage tax. For example, kapag ganun po yung statement, ang sagot po natin dun true. But in practice, there are exceptions wherein a taxpayer will pay VAT and percentage tax at the same time. Meron pong instance na ganun kapag mix yung transaction niya. But that is exception. Whenever you are answering true or false question in the board exam, you focus on the general rule. Is that clear guys? No? Lagi pong ganun. Huwag mong isipin yung exception kapag nagsasagot ka ng true or false. Yun po yung Except lang kapag po yung tanungan ng true or false is to the extreme. Like for example, VAT taxpayers will never pay percentage tax. Kapag ganun, of course, false na yun. Too much. Kasi nga, merong exception. Nagets mo? Pero kapag yung wordings, general yung wordings, hindi extreme, hindi superlative, hindi po masyadong super duper negative. Kapag hindi ganun yung statement, we answer those MCQs in the perspective of the general rule. Gets po? So generally hindi po pwede sabay bayaran yan generally. Okay, pero sa mixed transaction pwede actually. Okay, so I hope that is clear, guys. Now, okay, so we discussed the types of business tax. Ngayon kapatid, ito muna, pag-usapan natin yung nature, no? Nature of business tax. Although this is very academic, no? It's just good to to finish it, no? Pagdaanan din po natin, no? Kaya nga po zero base kasi tatapusin natin, alam mo o hindi, basic o advanced, we discuss everything. Okay? So nature of business tax, please refer to your handouts. Okay, relative siya na consumption tax. Nag-usap na tayo. Anong ibig sabihin po niyan? Kasi ang business tax applies lang if the seller is business. Do not forget that. Always put that in mind. In solving multiple choice problem, lagi mong tignan, sino itong seller na to? Negosyante ba? Laging ganun. Huwag kang pindot ng calculator kasi walang kwenta lahat ng pagpipindot mo kapag di mo alam yung basic. Always check that. Okay? Relative consumption tax, no? Okay? Seller must be engaged in business. Ano pa? It's an indirect tax din. Yes, it is an indirect tax, guys, kasi nga pinapasa natin yung charge sa atin, dinadagdag natin sa selling price natin, and yung buyer ang nag-a-assume. Gets po? Kaya lang, guys, I just want to clarify, kasi nga ang value added tax saka percentage tax na ito in presentation to the income tax return, itong VAT is not an expense. Hindi po siya pinapakitang expense. It's a perfect indirect consumption tax. Why? Kasi nga yung kinukuha natin from the buyers is not reflected as part of sale. We do not consider that as our revenue. Actually, kine-credit natin siyang output VAT. Okay? To emphasize to the mind of the taxpayer na yung perang yun, hindi kanya. Guess what? Kasi yung iba kasi, ang laki-laki kayo ng binabayaran kong VAT, di ba? Hello? Hindi yan sa'yo. Yung VAT na yan ay hindi yan sa'yo. Pinapakuha lang ng gobyerno galing sa mga consumer. Okay po? Ganun. No? Ayun So, it's not an expense. Pero ito nga lang, guys, under the recent evolution of the percentage tax, no, I want you to know that this is an expense. Ang percentage tax po ay expense in the book. Matagal na po nilang inabandon yung percentage tax na treated as pure indirect tax. Dati kasi ganito yan yung nakuha mo, kunwari 100 ang selling price dati, no? 100 ang selling price. And may 3% percentage tax ka, plus kasi nilang ganyan dati Yan, no? So when they receive the cash, debit 103 cash, cash for 103, credit sales for 100, and credit percentage tax for 3. Percentage tax payable 3. Ganun dati ginagawa nila. But that treatment was long abandoned. I repeat, wala na po yun. Matagal na pong wala yun. So do not use that. Matagal nang wala na yun, kapatid. Kasi nga, kung basahin natin po kasi yung codal natin, inconsistent yung treatment na yun with what is written under the law. Kaya ang treatment nito sa ngayon, debit mo cash 103, credit sales 103, buong 103. Kapag percentage tax po, the consumption tax, guys, is treated as part of sales. And when you pay the percentage tax, you debit percentage tax expense credit cash. Okay po, kaya ini-expense natin. Yung consumption tax dito is not part of revenue if you are a VAT taxpayer. That's what I mean. And dun po sa percentage tax, guys, yung consumption tax is part of the revenue. That's why we are expensing it. So yun lang po ang konting inote natin po dito. Okay po, guys, Okay, matagal na pong na-abandon yung ganito, yung treatment na ganyan na kine-credit to percentage tax payable, yung percentage tax. It was long abandoned. Mga year 2000, mga ganun, wala na yun, kapatid. No? Okay So, yun nga po siya. No? Sir, wait lang po. Sabi mo nga indirect tax. Bakit niya ine-expense? Parang tax lang niya. No, it's just a presentation. No? Naka-present lang po siyang ganun. No? Kasi nga, kung tignan mo nga yung batas kasi, kapatid, hindi ho ina-add yung percentage tax in the wordings of the law. So, we have to consider legal sensitivities in affecting, okay, yung rule. Ano? Okay? Nagkakaintindihan ba tayo? No? Kaya hindi po ito hindi po siya kino-considered na parang parang collected from buyers, no? Unlike VAT na parang kung makikita mo sa book na collected siya from buyer. Okay? Gets po? It's just a matter of presentation, but the reality is who shoulders business tax? Buyer, consumer pa din. Okay po? Yung presentation lang on the book of the seller, yung medyo nag-iba. But both are shouldered economically by the buyer. Okay Guys, gets mo? No? Okay? So, ayan, no? Now, another one is privilege tax po siya, no? Ang business tax is viewed as a privilege tax. Para siyang viewed as being engaged in business, kaya ka tinatax. So, even if wala kang kinikita, you're exercising the privilege for engaging in habitually in commercial activity, no? Yun, no? Okay, so it's viewed as a privilege tax. Ano pa? It is also a national tax, kapatid. Okay, in particular, yung percentage tax and VAT na yan, and excise tax, they are national tax. Why? They are collected by the national government, no? By the BIR. Okay? Huh? Although there are also business taxes, we call them local business tax, LBT, no? Meron din pong ganun, no? But itong pinag-uusapan natin na ito ay national taxes. Okay? Ayos, kapatid, no? Noted, no? Noted. Okay. Now, one thing is ito, no? Pag-usapan natin, guys, yung taxation nila, basis, no? Basis, no? Basis of taxation. So, paano natin sila itatax, no? By the way, guys, you can also say na ang business tax is an ad valorem tax. Opo, ad valorem siya kasi depende siya sa sale or receipt, no? Yan. Okay? Pwede mong idagdag dyan na ad valorem tax po siya. Hindi ko na na-note dyan. Of course, that is common sense. So, hindi na natin kailangang ilagay dyan. Question is, saan itatax ang business? So, basis of taxation. Saan yung basis ng taxation? Guys, ganito po siya. For purposes of business taxation, business is classified as to activity. Titignan mo yung ginagawa niya. No? Okay? Kapag siya po ay engaged in the sale of goods or properties, or kapag po siya ay engaged in the sale of service or lease of properties. By the way, leasing is services, pero I just want to clarify it as such. I treated it as a separate na lang para klaro, no? Okay? Para clear, no? Okay, leasing is sale of service, by the way, no? Ayan. Guys, kapag sale of goods or properties po, ang trabaho ng business on that particular activity, kapatid, siya po ay subject to tax on the gross sales. Gross sales, no? Pero kapag sale of service po siya, subject po siya to tax on the gross receipts. And I want you to carefully understand this. Okay ha? Ulitin ko ha, yung taxability ng negosyo depende sa activity. Okay? Ha? So, gross sale, ang ibig sabihin po ng gross sale, maski hindi na-kolekta, basta merong transfer to the goods or properties, kasama na po siya doon sa taxable base. Okay? But kung services, kapatid, even if you rendered services, kung di mo pa na-kolekta, hindi. Kasi nga po, receipts po, collection po yung basis kapag service. Okay? Eto, maski di na-kolekta, kasama na. Kasi gross sale or receipt, maski on account yan, maski on installment po yan, kasama na. Pero dito hindi ho, kapag na-kolekta lang. Okay? So parang cash basis po tayo kapag service. Yes po, parang cash basis po dito, kapatid, sa sale of goods, accrual ang dating sa kanya, no? Kung goods, accrual. Maski on account pa, maski on installment pa, taxable na. Gets po?